Hi guys, Jim Bounds at Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and it's one day to go. T minus 24 hours. This time tomorrow, I will be on the plane and I'll be heading to Texas. And this is April Fool's, but I ain't fooling. Okay. It's interesting how the dates are coming up like this. April Fool's and starting this thing tomorrow. Well, it's no fooling what we're getting ready to do. And you've heard stories where everything's doing great, and then something happened, and geez, I was on the side of the road. I had to walk 2 miles to get this wrench, and you know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I want to make sure does not happen to us. Like I explained to Mel, we have to be our fort. Yeah, thank you. We have to be the fort. All right, we have to self-sustain ourselves. We've got to bring, supplies and tools. And the part that I'm going for is at least I've been doing it before. So those three things are going to make this work. We're starting our, if you want to call it lessons, or our our preparation now. All right. Normally, I would be a day before. We'd probably be at the coach. Maybe already gone to Harbor Freight and made a trip to get some whole set of cheap tools to have in the coach all the time and all that. And looking at the motorhome and getting ready to go. Well, this is going to be a little bit different in that this coach is not a barn find. It is not a recovery. It's not something like that where you have to see what your liabilities and your assets are and try to overcome those. This is a coach that has been in the GMC community for many years. And the previous owners have cared about it and have kept it up to date, kept it viable and operational. And the price of it, it needs to be in good shape. All right. So it's not going to be, I said this in the last video, it's not going to be like the last recovery to Wisconsin. This is going to be as much talking to Mel about the coach. Example, we were talking before, and I told him we've got to have an extra onboard compressor, and he was kind of not quite understanding. I explained to him how that, just real quick, how that air ride system in the back, you have to have a plan B. And he was unaware of that. I said, well, there's a lot of stuff like that. So that's what this is going to be about. If you've done this before, you know what I'm saying. And even try and prepare ourselves for the most. On the 2 trips before, we didn't get an hour away from picking that beautiful blue coach up as we lost the alternator. So sometimes, as much preparation as you can do. But the thing is, when we did lose that alternator, we had all the tools we needed to get it off. And there was Uber and there was the internet, and we made that happen. And having all the things ready and being prepared for it is important. Also, being mentally prepared for this. Okay. You say, well, it's just 2 10-hour runs. Well, to some people driving, I say nonstop, but I mean, there's 2 people is driving for 10 hours and maybe not done that before. You need to be prepared for that. You need to, have some comfort food and some munchies and understand that your job is at 5 more minutes. Okay. The job on this run is to listen to every noise. Past video said, don't turn on the radio. No, we don't want to hear the radio. I want to hear the motorhome. Okay, and you say, well, how long can you listen to? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at how long you can listen to that, because you're listening to different uh, uh, configurations, if you want to call it, of torque, uphill, downhill. In all of these things go together. All right, and this motorhome was well designed, and I tell you, people laugh when I say this, but they talk to you. They really do. If you're able to kind of cue into what that motorhome is doing, and vibrations and sounds and noises, you can really diagnose something as it's going on and be able to stop and check something, um, and overcome whatever problem that comes along. You say, well, what problem? You're anticipating problems. What is this? You're a negative person. No. The reality is we're working with a 50-year-old vehicle, 50-year-old technology, and there are 50-year-old parts on that thing that are still holding hands. You know, when we were building coaches at Co-op, I mean, we would run into a metal plate with a hole in it that the hole was wore out. Okay. Like on the bogies, if you let your bogey pin go so far that it not only eats into the hat bushing, but into the case of the bogey, you have to replace the whole bogey, not just the pin and not just the bushing. If you get past that bushing, you got a problem. Okay. Same thing here. Age is causing unique situations, and we need to pay attention to that. Well, and just as the past gentleman that I drove with, they're not dummies. It wasn't like, well, here's where the key goes. No, 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 no. But their knowledge got them to the point they could understand this motorhome more. And it was a wonderful, all three trips so far have been just fantastic. And I have no I have belief that this one will be just as good. All right. This Mel is very accomplished. He's going to be a great steward for this motorhome, and he'll be able to understand this thing for sure. Yeah, I'm excited to go with him. I enjoy doing it. I found, with my dad was a Greyhound bus driver. Maybe some stuff rubbed off. I wasn't sure whether I really wanted to get involved in doing this, and I don't, in fact, want to be a transport driver. But if you want to learn about the machine and drive and have an experience and a journey, those I found those are beneficial to me and beneficial to the new owner. All right. Once again, I know that the guy said, "We'll get to the point. Here he is. He's just mumbling." Well, it's true, but I have intentionally not put anything up for the last week, preparing for this thing mentally. I'm going to be gone for a week. All right, and we've got to be prepared for anything that goes on. Right. It is really nice to be able to see some of the guys at GMC International rally. It's been 3 or 4 years since I've been able to have time to go to one, so I'm very excited about that too. Uh, 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 the folks at GMC International have done, I think, seems like a pretty excellent job of setting up this rally at the Eclipse, and it's a great thing. Uh, I'm honored to be involved in it. All right, and I appreciate Mel asking me to do this and to put in this opportunity together, to see you guys. As you watch these videos, I want you to put yourself in the seat that we're in, or in the journey that we're in. And if you've done this before, you've got your own stories. If you haven't done it before, learn about the whole thing. It's important. I mean, you're not buying this because it was cheap, okay? You're not doing it on a shoestring. Understand the cash price that you buy these for generally will be an invitation to spend a little bit more money and a lot more time, and you've become a steward of a vehicle that will need your help. All right, and that's what we want to do, and that's what I want to set up for this machine. All right, well, next time you see me, I will be on the road. And give me a call. We're out there driving along. I mean, I don't mind talking to you guys if you have problems or whatever. Phone's on. If I have to get off of the next exit, I may have to call you back or something. All right, guys. Look, thank you. Follow along with this. Put yourself in the shoes. And ranch hands, this will be in the database. See you next time. Bye-bye.